fellas, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it's me, Tartan Lighterfee again. I wanted to kind of come back and do a video regarding an issue that I keep seeing on my timeline here time and time again. And I actually felt that it was really time for me to speak on it. You know, I knew that it was going to be some time before I actually addressed the subject, but I knew at some point I was going to get tired of seeing certain things and certain behaviors and such. And I just wanted to kind of give my take on it and, and try to see for the most part and kind of gauge, how other folks see things, just kind of openly discuss this particular issue. Now, one of the main things that, that we should all be concerned with is our health. It doesn't matter how much money you have, who you associate with, what type of family background you come from. Your health is your wealth. I don't know if a lot of people may remember that or may have heard of that cliche before, and and it may be an old cliche, but basically that's pretty much where we really have to just know, I guess what I'm trying to say, we have to really put things in its proper perspective and really put the priorities on where they need to be and stop acting like clowns. Now, God bless, our fellow sisters and our fellow brothers. But I really have to really talk about this issue here because it's really irking me and it's really sad to kind of see people behave a certain way. And the thing about it again is that it's like, they're behaving a certain way and they want to say that it's one thing. But when you look at it, you can actually see that it's actually something else entirely. There's a movement that's going on here, and it's actually started, I guess, quite some years ago. And basically, it's what I guess some folks would like to call the quote unquote body positive movement. And basically what it is to me, in my opinion, is that it's an excuse for you to be unhealthy, but actually parade around as if you are healthy. And one of the main things, and I would say one of the main people who actually take this motto and they like to run with it is our fellow sisters. Now, you got some brothers, I guess, that's in with that type of motto. But again, I haven't really ran across a lot of them in my timeline and on social media. The only ones who I'm actually seeing that are parading around that are morbidly obese, but portraying that it's some form of healthiness are Black women. And the thing about it again is that, I love my Black women. And the thing about it again is I hope that they love us as Black men. But in order to actually help someone and to show the true love, you actually have to really talk about certain truths. And when you talk about these things, you have to really be able to understand and just kind of just give it to them I guess, from a love standpoint and be direct with it. Because with some things, as we see, when you really beat around the bush and really try to kind of spare folks' feelings for the most part without giving them that true direct love that they're really needing, then you will see them actually go in and actually destroy themselves. You know what I mean? I hope you do. But basically, I threw that video clip in there to let you see just how foolish and how stupid some people can act. Now, we all understand that, we're living in a social atmosphere and everything like that, and we want to look our best, I would hope. And we actually want to be able to portray our best image to folks, because again, we want to be able to attract people. We want to be attracted to people. We want people to be attracted to us. But, and I understand that some people, everybody has a fetish and everything of that nature. People like what they like. But one thing that, at least for me, that is the most unattractive thing that you can see on a female is the fact that they are unhealthy. You can sit up there and call being morbidly obese healthy and thick. Because again, I've heard of some females saying that, I'm not fat, I'm just thick. No, you're fat. I'm sorry. No, let me actually break it down and put it into politically correct terms, because again, some people may get offended and they may want to say that I'm picking and bullying on folks. You are morbidly obese. So tell me anywhere where that is attractive to the average person. There are certain times to be jovial, and then there are certain times to really take things seriously. And one thing that we have to understand is that with Black folks, our mortality, with the human race, we're not here to live forever. But there are some things that we actually do that actually help push us further along to the grave than than our time is on this earth. And one of the main things is our health. And I get tired of actually seeing these young females and older ones too, because again, they're following the lead for what they see as far as the older generation. They're parading around here acting crazy, doing these hoochie mama dances and booty shaking and all this other type of stuff. And the thing about it is that all you see is nothing but folds of flat just flapping around. And the thing about it is that when it's flapping around, I can almost promise you that there's some sort of odor that goes with it. And it's not something that's pleasant. And the thing about it again is that when you have somebody that will speak on it and let them know that that is not cute, if anything, that looks degrading. Not only are you degrading yourself as a female, but now you're actually parading around as if the way that you look is something to be admired. Now, if you want to actually blame someone for this, I mean, if you must, I talked about this particular person, I guess a couple of videos back. Her name is Lizzo. Everybody knows who Lizzo is, okay? And basically, she was one of the main ones, I guess, in the body positive movement. And the thing about it again is that you have such desperate females that actually look to be accepted and will do anything that they can to attract somebody, to the point that they will actually parade and put themselves out there in these ridiculous clothing, outfits and stuff, to let folks know that I don't care about how society sees me. I love myself. I'm glad that you love yourself. But the fact is that you are obese. And there's nothing that anybody can say that can take away from the fact that you are obese. And the fact of being obese, it brings a whole bunch of health issues. Number one being what? High blood pressure. The other one being what? Heart disease. The other one being what? Diabetes. And a whole lot of other things that are associated with that. So you tell me, where in the world does, and it really, it's like the society now has really taken, I don't know what they are. The way people think these days, it's like they don't care about anything that is of substance, but the stuff that don't mean them well, that is just plain stupid, that's what they gravitate towards. And it's crazy when you actually have someone that's sitting up there dancing around. Like I said, it's okay to be silly and jovial and stuff like that, and do a little this, that, and the other. But the thing about it is that when I look at a video and I see here that you can barely walk, you're wobbling down the street and you're trying to dance and put on this show, and I can imagine that you're already halfway out of breath with just moving just a little bit. But yet still on the other side, you want somebody to praise you because of the fact that you think that you are fine and that you are attractive and stuff. I mean, to each his own. But to the general person, to the average person that's looking at this, that is nothing but unhealthiness. And it's actually, again, it will lead to nothing more than other health issues later on down the road if it's not corrected. I'm not on here to tell somebody how to live their life because, again, we all do your thing. Do you? If being overweight and obese and unhealthy is working for you, and you look at it as not having to, affect you in any way, and you don't have any issues with that, then you know what, fine. But all I'm saying is that stuff is not cute. And the thing about it again is that you are not thick. You're not big bone. We've heard that a lot too. I'm not fat. I'm just big bone. No, you are obese. We'll say obese. Because again, I don't want to, offend anybody. But we just have to kind of be careful and take our health seriously. The only people who I see that goes by that motto about actually being, fine and all this other type of stuff are those that are desperate for attention. Those who will claim anything just so they won't have to face the reality of what they are really seeing from day to day. I don't have to get up and lay down at night and wake up in the body that is a morbidly obese person. So again, I would not know really how that feels, but I can only imagine based on what I see with my eyes on the screen. You really can't move around. And the thing about it is that you can tell that they're miserable, but you're trying to dress it up and try to get other people to buy into the fact that you actually enjoy looking like that. Maybe, but not all the time, that's for sure. So, this is just, a message not to beat up on anybody who is attracted to that type of stuff, to each his own. But all I'm saying is that we have to really be able to really understand and put things in its proper perspective. Because again, health is wealth as far as I'm concerned. And the thing about it, again, you have some people that are overweight that live a long time, that it is what it is. But the thing about it again is that, there is no perfect body. I get it. But there are some things that we already know that are just unhealthy, regardless of how long it seems to survive. And being overweight is one of those things that it comes with a myriad of health issues. And it is not cute and it is not attractive. Folks, stop parading these females and actually giving them the thumbs up when they come around here acting stupid, talking about something. I'm not fat, I'm just big bone, I'm thick, and this, that, and the other. No, you are unhealthy. There's nothing comfortable and attractive about being that particular weight and size, especially when it is involving or actually limiting your mobility. So that's pretty much all that I actually have at this particular point in time. I know it was a short video, but like I said, I wanted to kind of throw that in there because, again, that was just something that I actually wanted to talk about for a little while. But again, I had to try to squeeze time in to try to figure out a way on when I can push the video out. But I'll be, in contact with you all soon. Again, keep pushing. Always look to do your best. Again, be you. Don't change, okay? Again, do what works for you. This is not a video to tell somebody that they need to change, to lose weight or whatever. You know what you need to do. Nobody has to tell you, okay? We're not children here. But all I'm saying is that I'm only speaking from a standpoint of what I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis, all right? And everything that I say on this video, it's in love, okay? Peace out, folks. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.